Shake up a martini, pull up a chair, and let's go thrifting. This is Mid-Century Wasted. Previously on my Oregon Thrift-cation series, Blake and I spent a lovely day in Sisters, Oregon, visiting 2 different antique stores, and we had the opportunity to see my beautiful cousin singing in her band at the local farmers market. Then we ditched the kids with my parents in Bend and took a little anniversary trip to the Oregon coast, first stopping in Springfield, where we absolutely scored huge at the local St. Vincent de Paul thrift store and 2 antique malls. Now we are at the coast in Florence, where our vacation is going to continue. If you missed any of the first few episodes of this series, now is your chance to catch up. I do have a playlist linked on my channel, and I will be posting new videos to continue this series all the way through Portland and the Rose City Vintage Market and the Left Coast Flea Market. So there's a lot of great content headed your way, and I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So now let's continue our Thrift-cation in Florence.
Drive by the ocean, hot summer night. No plans, our hands out the windows, freedom in our eyes. And it feels like I found a piece of heaven riding shotgun next to you. Never thought that this wild heart would ever stop looking for something new.
Hello everyone, welcome to beautiful sunny Florence, Oregon. We are still on our thrifting trip. Blake's here too. Right, Blake?
Right.
We're going to go to some thrift stores, and I think there's an antique store too, or maybe 2 antique stores. And then we're working our way up the coast. Right now we're about to go into the Humane Society, right? Humane Society thrift store. Mm-hmm. Orange Coast Humane Society thrift store.
Place.
It looks like a little hole in the wall. It's funny, we're like right on the water. At home, this would be prime real estate, and there'd be like a hotel built right here or something, some sort of resort. But this is a cute little town with lots of little like beach houses and stuff. So come on in, let's check it out and see what they got. Oh, you got lots of records, don't they? Got a nice little selection.
Anyone whose soul is what is mine, but I'm falling right into you, and I didn't think that I could find anyone whose soul is what is mine. But I'm falling right into you, and I didn't think that I could find anyone whose soul is what is mine. But I'm falling right into you, and I didn't think that I could find anyone whose soul is what is mine. But I'm falling right into you, and it feels like I found a piece of heaven riding shotgun next to you. Never thought that this wild heart would ever stop looking for something new. And it feels like I found a piece of heaven riding shotgun next to you. Never thought that this wild heart would ever stop looking for something new. Then you came and then I'll change, 'cause I'll never get bored of you. Years by and we're dancing in the kitchen while you're singing your song to me. Don't know how, but I love you even deeper. I'm still singing your harmonies.
I really love how the artwork is done on these 2 cutting boards, and for $5 and $6 each, I don't know why I didn't pick these up. Wow, I didn't know it like went all out here. Just when I thought I would be leaving the store empty-handed, I saw one of the volunteers putting this out on the shelves for only $3, and then I looked up at the top shelf and I saw that. So I'm so excited about that Apple clock. We were kind of walking out almost. Blake found a pair of slippers that are brand new and in his size. Ruby slippers?
Ruby slippers.
He's gonna click his heels together 3 times and say there's no place like home and we won't have to drive home. Yeah, he found his slippers and we were about to go buy them, and then a woman was walking to put some new merchandise out, and it was that Apple clock, and I was like, can I see that? How much is that? And she showed it to me. It's $3. $3. I don't know if it works, but it's simple enough to rewire it if it had to happen, right, Blake? You could do that.
I'll make it work.
No, he'll make it work.
I'm the guy chalking my tire right now.
Oh, okay. Well, we have 3 hours, but we have plenty of time. He's gung-ho about his job too, that guy. Also, I noticed wasn't looking up, and I looked up and I saw that little plant stand peacock chair basket thing, and I love picking those up because those are kind of like a quick flip at home. They're pretty popular, so it was $2. Had a little bit of damage, but I think you can kind of just tuck the threads around and it'll be good. So now we're going into a place called Thrifty Threads, I think. So let's go. Yeah. Oh look, it's in a historic building, Blake.
It says open noonish.
Oh, okay.
Closed.
They're open noonish. It said noon-ish on the door. And it's 11:07, which we thought we were already getting a late start out here. But Oregon is just on its own pace that we're not used to. We're used to the, come on, days half over by 11 kind of Southern California stuff. So we're gonna move along. So unfortunately we're gonna have to miss that one. The good thing about this is that all of these places we're going are within like a block of each other. This whole area is very like vintagey and salty sea captain kind of vibes. So it's not a far drive from place to place. Now we're going into the Purple Pelican Antique Mall. Oh my God. I might have to get those just because they're so tiny. Yep, I had to get them just because they're so tiny. These little glass birds are so adorable. They're kind of like the bluebirds of happiness, although these do not have a maker's mark on them, and I'm sure that they are a different maker. Unfortunately, they're not without imperfections. They do have some slight chipping to possibly the beaks and the tails, but it's kind of hard to tell. They just feel a little rough. Either way, the imperfections are minuscule, and if they are chipped, it's definitely forgivable for how small and cute and unique these are. This space had some really nice things like this driftwood bird sculpture for $24.95 and this beautiful $48 Robert Maxwell ashtray. Is that bronze? Or is it iron?
It's iron.
Ah.
I don't even know what's iron.
It's only $10. That's why I was saying that. Tucked in the corner of this space, I saw an Amberina swung vase, and it was very tall and beautiful. Priced at only $32.50, I was considering buying it. However, the one thing that stopped me was the tag said "as is," which usually signifies that there's some sort of damage. And although I couldn't find it myself, I decided to go ahead and pass on it. And I did end up picking up this cute Santa dog at this antique mall. He was $13.95, which was a little bit high for resale, and he was pretty worn, missing a belt, and in overall just kind of not great condition. But for some reason, sometimes when I see things like this, I just absolutely have to save them. So I bought him anyway. And he's a bank, which just kind of adds an extra level of cuteness to him. He was marked RDF 68, so he was very vintage from 1968, and he has already sold actually, which is a little bit of a problem when it takes me so long to edit these videos. A lot of the stuff you're going to see has already sold, but I'm happy to know that he's in a good home. This sweet chubby elephant was the next item that I purchased from this antique mall. I just thought he was adorable. He has his trunk up for good luck, and I believe he's a little bud vase. There is an opening in his trunk. It is marked on the bottom, but because it's smudged, it's kind of hard to tell what it says. It might be some Asian characters, and perhaps it was made in Japan. At $7.95, he's a little pricey for resale, but he's so cute, and my children bring me little dandelions and flowers and weeds from the garden all the time, so I'm always looking for these teeny tiny vases. see that? Look closely. That's right. It is a Holt Howard sticker. If you've been around my channel for a while, you may know that I am a Holt Howard figurine collector. So I was really excited to find this. It is a bell with holly on it. It's in excellent condition. And as you can see, there is the stamp and Holt Howard sticker. I believe it says 1964 on there. I paid $10 for this bell, which I thought was a very fair price. They go for about $10 to $15 plus shipping on eBay. And I just love it, and I added it to my own collection, and it also has a lovely sound. I love when I can find big bags of these vintage cocktail swizzle sticks for a good price. I like to pick out the ones that I don't have or that I want and keep them for my own collection. And then the rest I use as package toppers when people purchase things from my online stores. I really loved the graphics on this tin. I thought it would look amazing in a 4th of July display, but for $9.50, I thought it was maybe just a little too beat up for me personally. I did, of course, decide to pick up this little dog for just $3.50. Its tag said that it was a vintage letter holder, and the sticker on the bottom says Made in Japan, Counterpoint, San Francisco. It has this little spring action. You push his body down and it makes his mouth open, and then you can stick a little letter or a photo or a postcard in there. I thought it would be really fun to bring this with me to the vintage flea market when I sell there and have him hold my business cards. But if I do decide to sell him, I think this would be a great way to display a vintage photo of a pet or some other important piece of ephemera in your collection. Well, you just know that I had to pick up this little weirdo. This pixie holding on to a cracked egg planter was only $4.50. It was made in Japan. He's in excellent condition, and it's just unusual enough that I know someone's going to see this, fall in love with him, and have to have him. So of course I picked him up. $35 must have been this vendor's lucky number because every single one of these Viking compotes was priced at $35. So this is everything that I got at the Purple Pelican Antique Mall in Florence. I definitely suggest going there if you are in the area. They had everything from kitsch to glass to holiday things, really upscale mid-century modern decor, just really everything. The staff was super friendly and helpful. I thought their prices were very fair, and although I didn't pick up a ton of things for resale, there definitely were some swung vases and bigger items that had a lot of room for profit. I just wasn't in the market for them this particular trip. But I will definitely have this store on my list to return to next time I'm on the Oregon coast. Well, that was a fun store. I got a lot of cute little things there. Lots of little tiny things for some reason. It's just kind of how that went. So now we're about to go into Island of the Blue Dolphin. What is it? Blue Dolphin Antiques and Collectables. And then next door is the Black Pearl. So we're going to check out both of those stores. So let's go.
Each? What's OZ? Oh, just 2 zeros. Yeah, they're 90.
Probably, yeah. They're 90 each.
Wow.
They're nice though. They look like practically brand new. So paper on top.
Oh, yeah.
Or they added paper.
They might have put that just to
They
keep
might
the
have
dust off
protected
of
it, yeah. Flashed. Ugh. Yuck. Wow, look at this. Oh, it's for a pearl necklace. How neat.
So here's where I sort of blacked out and just started buying every single glass blue animal I could find. Apparently, this is a Bluebird of Happiness signed Leo Ward, 1991, and it's also a candle holder, which does make it a little bit more special. They were all in excellent condition with no chipped beaks or tails or anything like that. And all of the ones in this case were marked $9 each. So even if I sell them at $18 to $20, which is a little bit lower than average, I will still be doubling my money. I also picked up 2 pairs of the double birds on a heart. The little one was in the case for $9, and the larger one is what I showed you earlier in the video, right when I first walked in the store, and it was only marked $8.50. The larger one is marked W Ward, 1993, and the smaller one has a sticker that says Sunny Day Bluebird. It's marked Ron Ray, 1996. So here's the flock of birds that I got from this store. You may remember that in the previous video, I bought a big flock of the red cardinals of love that are similar to these, made by the same manufacturer. I did also pick up the blue blown glass bunny. He was just too cute, and I didn't want to leave him behind. I took all of its bluebird friends. He needed to come with too. I'm not positive about the manufacturer of this one. It does have a rougher bottom. It hasn't been smoothed completely, polished clear. And the way the eyes are those sort of indented circles, to me suggests a Swedish glass. That tends to be more of the look that they go for. It's in excellent condition with no chips or problems. He was $9. And now I have this whole blue glass collection going on, so that's where we stand.
perfect juice vase, but it's $35.
Oh. Oh, look at that set. With the glasses all around the edge like that.
Oh, that's cool.
That's neat. Pixie Head Guy.
For just $10, this beautiful hunk of glass had to come home with me. I'm the first to admit I am not an expert on Murano or art glass, but I do know some of the sort of telltale signs of what to look for. This bowl is very impeccably made. There isn't a lot of bubbles in the glass. The shape is very uniform. It has a very, very heavy weight to it. And the thing that really drew my eye the most were the gold flecks. I believe it's called aventurine or adventurina, and the smooth, completely slick, polished bottom. So because of this and just the overall heavy-duty quality of the piece, I do suspect it's Murano, and for $10, I mean, even if it's not, how could I go wrong? Now here's where I did go wrong, and we're not going to talk about it for very long, but yes, I bought this little vase. I thought it was pretty. It was only like $2 or $3, and then when I got it home, I realized it's Avon, and it's basically worthless. So it's going to be one of those things that I just sort of toss into my bin of stuff to sell for a couple bucks at the flea market, and we're going to just move right along past my mistake. I do still think that it's pretty though. I stand by my taste in that the color is very pretty, the style of it was nice. It happens to not be worth anything because it was mass produced by Avon and there's probably a billion of them out there. And now I see them all the time. But the rest of the items I got from the Blue Dolphin antique store more than make up for my one little mistake that only cost a couple bucks anyway. And I still stand to make a good profit on all of these items. And now we're going into the Black Pearl Antiques. One thing that I did find unique about this store was how much unframed original artwork they had. They also had a lot of framed pieces on the wall, but I can't say that I've ever been in an antique store that had so many unframed pieces of art. I don't really know what was going on back here at the back of the store. Okay, so the Blue Dolphin was pretty good.
Island of the Blue Dolphin.
I kept wanting to say Legend of the Blue Dolphin for some reason. Island of the Blue Dolphins was pretty good. A lot of stuff was out of reach price-wise for resale, but I still found some gems. That big heavy glass bowl I got with all the gold fleck in it, that was only $10. And I have a sneaking suspicion it's Murano or Murano-esque. I mean, it's very good, very well done. So, I mean, it's quality. It's a quality piece of art glass either way. The Black Pearl was a little more fancy schmancy hoity-toity for me. I can see like they probably appeal more to like the local people who want to decorate their homes. There was some newer stuff mixed with some very expensive older stuff. So nothing in there for me. Oh, also in the Island of the Blue Dolphin, I bought a bunch of bluebirds because I don't know why. I'm just finding all of these bluebirds and different color glass birds. So, and there were some in the Black Pearl and they were like more than twice as much as the other place. So that's the tip of the day. I think we're gonna keep going, but it's gonna be in another video. We're gonna switch over to some thrift stores now. So we're gonna sort of wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one for more shopping here in Florence, Oregon. And we'll see you next time. Say bye, Blake.
Bye. Love you.
I love her.
How many years now?
Ocho. It's the Ocho.
Been that long?
Yes. Okay, can I do this now?